Jelly Beans. This is Jewelry Jelly here with George Washing Machine. And Catherine right here. She is dressed in the Volks Strawberry Chocolate Lolita Maid outfit. Hello, Dr. Zadium. Nice to see you. Okay, so July is JRPG July, and we're gonna do something a little bit different because I haven't really figured out what I really want to do for JRPG July. I'm still in the I'm still having a lot of stuff in terms of job searching. So what we're doing tonight is we are going to be playing the Final Fantasy IV randomizer, which is known as Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise, not 3 Enterprise, Free Enterprise. But yeah. So what it is that it is a randomizer that takes all of the characters, items, and boss encounters from Final Fantasy IV and shuffles them around. I last played it a couple years ago. Like, how long? I don't know. I think like 2019 or something? I'm not really sure. But yeah, so we got our first 2 characters. It looks like we got Rosa, and it's either Palom or Porum. I can't tell from the king. We got a Pan. Oh, it's Porum. Okay, so we got 2 white mages. And we also got the Pan that we need to give to Yang's wife. Alright, and we got ourselves the Enterprise. Okay, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the tracker that I wanted to use working, so we're just going to have to keep track of things manually. In fact, let me see if I can get a manual tracker up on my other screen. Got Rosa and Porum, and we have let's see, we need the Pan. Where is the Pan? There is the Pan. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to land right back in Baron and loot the treasure chests there. So for those who have never played Final Fantasy IV before, this is not the way that you want to be introduced to it. So one thing that I gotta do is airships. Back in my day, we had to walk an entire Serpent Road to reach Mysidian. So basically, this is a ROM hack of Final Fantasy IV. Why exactly are the Red Wings feared when their captain's strongest weapon is the Black Sword? Locked. Low on money, our shopkeep pays premium prices for found goods. So one thing that we all do in this game is we search every nook and cranny. Let's see. Oh, wow. One second. This is much better. I like being able to use... I like being able to use the joystick on my controller instead of the keypad. Not sure which places you haven't checked for key items yet. Tell them to talk to me. Dig in the heart of the Endlion's nest. Fabul is under siege, and it is in need of defense. Something waits in the mirror room atop Mount Ordeals. just want to do something for a second. Ouch! Okay, so that hasn't really changed. Find the Baron key to open the west building of town and sneak into the castle. My name's Todd. Have you seen my brother? Don't do Baron in early. It will be awful. I can tell. My dad's a real tank. Did you know he can wear samurai and dragoon armor too? Well, that's Sid's daughter. The sound and the float eye. To kill a Marlborough. Holding Y, your guide to precise airship's movements. 1 second. B A Y X. There we go. Yeah, now it's got the correct Super Nintendo button configuration. Okay, first thing that we're gonna do. Let's just go into the Cave of Mist and see what happens. Me, or is the sound off? Wait, is it just me, or... Oh. Sounds like the audio is coming from an old TV. Well, I wonder if maybe emulation is emulating the old sounds too. Yeah, VHS sounding audio? Maybe. By the way, hi, I'm Disc Plagiarist, and hi, Matsuquinox. I hope you both are doing okay. Alright, got ourselves a tent. So just so y'all know, last week, it was pretty hot here in where I live and couldn't really stream at night. Also, Sunday night into Monday of last week, I was on Sharing with Shell Shock. I have a link to the YouTube recording of my appearance on my card, along with a couple of other of my podcast appearances over the years. Alright, we got ourselves our first boss battle. Let's see who we got. snap. Okay, so that didn't go very well, but we at least know that the Magus sisters are in the cave, and we probably don't want to go up against them. Okay, so Porum and Rosa are going off on their journey again. Okay, we'll do the town and we'll do the castle. You are not just here to fill space. Me, though? If I did guarding this door, tell my wife hello. I just love the snarky dialogue that they've replaced everybody with. At the training room, they taught me to push A in front of suspicious crossed swords. Extra, extra, Todd smells. And Simpsons references. Oh, cool, it's Tella! Bring me refreshments. Who are you? Bring me refreshments. Who are you? I'm just trying to make it through this day without getting clipped through again. This brings a new meaning to meeting randos at the bar, eh? Alright, so it looks like the enemy sprites are the Calabrina dolls, so I probably shouldn't go up against them right now. Treasures in the water? Look, someone's dancing! Well, that sucks. Didn't literally last that long. Well. Staff, karate knee. Ouch! Well, well, oh well. Oh, we can get to Mysidia right away. Nice. Wanted. Group of adventurers for mountain climb. Help an old man learn Meteor. We do all the work, fighters get all the glory. Typical, they even made us robots in FF9. Nobody has a problem with giving 2 children to the knight that killed our friends? Okay, cool. You won't get far without a white mage backing you. Learn to love them. Watch me dance. Oh, this is the piggy lady. Well, that was dumb. I'll get turned back. So, I am still in the job application processes. I've had a couple of interviews so far, mostly over the phone. Yep, dance, magic, jump, magic. But yeah, I haven't had any serious offers for full-time, permanent positions yet. I'm still trying. I'm trying my best, because it's all that I can do, really. It's been a little bit over a month since I lost my job. Yeah. Always, as long as you give it my best, hopefully. Yeah, I hope so too. I've had a lot of really good interviews. Door, what is door? This is basically the training room. Yeah, I do not have any money for anything right now. Party members you've dismissed can be retrieved inside the Tower of Wishes. I keep hoping the armor stock will stock Wizard and Wizard to buff my will. Some rods raise wisdom, which makes black magic stronger. Likewise, some staves raise will, which improves white magic. Lyrics to the Massidian national anthem. Are you there, RNGs? Okay, so we got Tella and Palo. So we've got an all-magicians party. Fifth Peter Black Mage would be so proud. Yeah. Okay, let's head our way back to Baron. I love it how the captioning just puts that extra R in there. I am not talking about that person. Okay, so now that we've established that there is a very powerful boss inside, okay, so these are the key items. Objectives. Okay, so objectives aren't tracked, but key items are. I'd like to try Free Enterprise today, but I feel like I haven't played. Yeah, it's definitely need a lot of knowledge of the base game, but I really like it. Okay, so just so you know, we went through the cave, and let's see, so we gotta pass through here. Shield, samurai arrows, and a black sword. So 4 is my favorite in terms of the music, but 6 is my favorite in terms of story. I have absolutely no money. Okay. Alright, so we need to go to Damsia. So let's cross the desert. It was a little overkill, but it'll do. Kaipo. Welcome to Kaipo. We've recently purified the oasis to keep water hags away. That's the training room. Just doing a thorough test on the neighborhood doors to see how sturdy they are. can't stock sand ruby because we blew our budget on a fancy fireplace in the desert. They've got a fever, and it turns out that the only remedy is not, in fact, more cowbell. This book describes exactly what the sand ruby is and where it comes from. It's gross. Oh my goodness, M-Disc Playlist, thank you very much for the subscription. And, yeah, that was, Screaming Bochi for ya. Yep, still not enough money. If you listen to the waterfall currents of Watery Pass, you can hear Don't Soft Lock. They say you should use a Soma drop to jog old minds to their most powerful spells. So yeah, basically, I don't know if it's enacted on this, but one of the things that they do in the randomizer is they have a flag enabled so you can have access to all of the items and techniques that were dummied out of the American localization of Final Fantasy IV. Okay. Alright, so we need to... there's the cave. Let's go in here and hope for the best. Alright, you got dinner? Cool. Alright, fried fish. Oh hey, Sid! Yay, we actually have a fighter! Okay, so it doesn't look like... Oh, it's, man, he's in this prisoner garb. That's even worse. Alright. some more important spells. JRPG July. Love the concept of you complete. I'm actually just starting to stream for July. I took the first couple of days of July off because it was just way too hot to stream where I have my computer set up. But yeah, so JRPG July is part of a group called the Community Game Along, and every year during July is devoted to JRPGs. And I was having trouble trying to figure out what I wanted to do, so I decided, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna play Final Fantasy FF4FE Enterprise. I am based in the US. But yeah, I can tell it was crazy hot in England from what I heard, crazy hot all over Europe. It was last week, it was crazy hot in my area of the country. I'm in New England. But yeah, it was like still in the 80s at night. That's how bad it was. And when I say 80s, I mean like, dang it, I can't remember what the Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion is. I wonder if Zadium, are you in the chat room and maybe you can help out? My husband is watching and he lived in Canada for a while, so. Holy crap, 102, 138, and 86. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, so what's the Celsius equivalent of, like, the crap temperature that we had last week? Ooh. Holy crap. Like 30 plus? Okay. So yeah. I mean, you've got, the rule of thumb is to double it and add 30. I never heard about that one. All I know is that 40 below is the same in both Celsius and Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's a lot of fun going through the game and getting all of the game-breaking weapons and stuff. I have played Final Fantasy IV before. It is one of my favorites. The only thing is that I don't have the Pixel Remaster version. I do have the Nintendo DS version, which I haven't played in a while. Final Fantasy IV isn't my favorite Final Fantasy. I mean, it's my favorite in terms of story, of music, but not in terms of story. FFX for days, yeah. I have not played Final Fantasy X. The only Final Fantasy that I've played above 7 is 9. MJG, stop with the gasping! Okay, so it's an absolute disgrace then? Well, honestly, hey, if you want me to play it, it needs to be rectified forthwith. I am my own manager. You're not gonna get Karen with me, Mookie Cthulhu. Okay, one question about the, so I know that the Final Fantasy X and X-2 are coming out on Switch 2. Can you do Japanese dialogue? You can on the OG Switch one? Okay. Oh, you're checking for me? Thank you. Yeah, there's only a few games that I play with English audio. I don't even play Final Fantasy VII, Remake and Rebirth with English audio. It's weird because I understand Japanese, and sometimes you can tell that they couldn't figure out how to translate something. Like, yeah, sugoi. Like, there's this one scene in the beginning where they go to Nihongo. I think you have. Let me just see. Yeah, I think you do have the right kanji there for Nihongo hanasemasu. What did I say? So there's this one scene at the beginning where Cloud and Aerith are down in Wall Market and they're in front of Don Corneo's walled compound, and he has his name up on the front in phonetic kanji, which is just basically, I'm extra. Of course, the most disturbing part of that game was the fact that they turned him into a chibi mascot character. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like I'm just doing grinding for now because I can't remember how to get through this level. Okay, that there is the save point. Oh, you misremembered? You cannot mix English subtitles with Japanese audio? That sucks! I wonder if the Switch 2 version is gonna let you do that, though. That would be good. I'm not, like... So, let's see here. Now, are video games counting as toys? By the way, the new shit that MJD82 is talking about is that the new U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission guidelines going into effect, and it's already affected people who are ordering Leica dolls and plushies from Japan. And I'm a vinyl doll collector, so a lot of these are not really designed for... A lot of these are not really designed for children, but I'm still like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Am I going to be able to fall in love with disembodied heads again? Am I going to be able to order from Volks Japan and pay less money? Of course, this is where I put that one image of the 3 clasped hands with BJD collectors, Gunpla collectors, Tokusatsu toy collectors, and they're clasping their hands around frickin' tariffs. But it looks like I'm going to have to add that, the thing about the new regulations as well, especially since next month, wow, I can't believe it's next month, I'm going to be doing a panel about collecting ball-jointed dolls and anime dolls at an anime convention. It's one that I do every year with my friend. Oh, still salty. The Rampocalypse jacked up the cost of micro SD express cards. I was just about to get that 1 terabyte card for my Switch 2, and the price was $150. I'm just wondering if the equipment revisions that the EU is forcing to have Nintendo make for the European market are eventually going to come to the American market. Because I'd like to have a console with a replaceable battery. I just couldn't remember if I had skipped some treasure chests. Oops, dropped some money. Yes, I did skip one. Ooh, the Murasame. Nice. Right now on my Switch, I think mine is 512 as well. As soon as the Switch 2 came out on, like the day of, there was a news report about a very inexpensive 512 gigabyte express SD card at Walmart, and I work right down the street from one, so I should say worked. I think, we all spread the word about that as soon as we heard about it. Anybody want some nice clams? You know what I actually had for dinner? I found clam chowder croquettes, Japanese style, at H Mart a couple weeks back, and I fried them up for dinner tonight, and they were surprisingly okay. Like, they didn't really have that much flavor. They really needed some good Old Bay. About this room. Oh my god. Zadium, you should not have said that. Seasoning for people for... Dude, you realize you are in the same chat as somebody from Baltimore. Do not mock Old Bay. You know what? You have never had decent seasonings. Says the person who likes to cook with butter and soy sauce. But yeah, hopefully next week I will have some yummy food. Actually making plans with a friend of mine for tomorrow. We are going to be going into the city for the store that just recently opened. We're going to visit for the first time. It's one that I've been to another branch of way back when, but it's the first time that they've opened a particular branch of that store, and I'm really excited because they got everything. It's called Tesso Life. It's basically an Asian superstore that has a lot of beauty stuff and home goods and stationery and cute things. Yeah, we are finally going tomorrow. Yes, I will have fun. Yeah, we're going to be, one thing that you'll probably want to do when you're visiting her, see if she'll take you to that, I don't remember the name of it, but, we stopped by a place in Chinatown the last time we were together, and we had, fruit-covered Belgian waffles, and they were very good. She got mango, I got strawberry. Okay, we're back on track. Let's see. Yeah, just do a safety save. As we continue through our seafood festival. Excuse me. Steamed shrimp and steamed... Oh, man. You know what I want? Unagi don. They had, so I'm watching Food Diary of Miss Maid, and the episode that I just watched had her eating some unagi don with her grandparents. It was very appetizing. Also, if you want to never eat unagi don again, there's an episode of Laid Back Camp where you get to watch an animated version of it being prepared. Like, freshly killed! That has not stopped me, though. Oh man, Rose is out of arrows. how in Final Fantasy IV they have arrows as a consumable. Surprised! Yeah, you were the one who taught me how to eat crabs. I haven't done it since then, because it was, I mean, it was hard work. Also, I cut my fingers a lot. But there is this one scene in the Laid Back Camp movie where Nadeshiko and her family are having some crab hot pot, and she cuts her hand on a couple of crab shells. And it reminded me of when we had crabs together. Coward. Also coward. Aha, that's where it is. I can barely see that. There we go. Ooh, an axe. I think Sid can use those. You heard it, folks. Getting crabs is a social thing. 'tis too strong for us to get in. Okay. So it looks like we have to go back through the cave. Surprise! Actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn encounters off. I should do that. That will definitely help me get out of here faster. I completely forgot you could do that in this version. Yeah, this is one of the first dungeons. I'm just basically going through this, not really in a random order, because of everything being spread out into different places. Okay, let's see now. So we can't do the waterfall, but let's see what we can do. So there's, Damsian. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. They randomized everything! Airship compartments are terrible. Ice armor? Next seed, can we get some greens to take out the Red Wings? Compartments, terrible airships. Yeah, and there's Tella again. His daughter, Tella, joined. Tella wants to join the party. Who will leave? Well, we already have Tella in the party, so... Can't really do very much of anything. But we do get a nifty hovercraft! Also get ourselves a free heal. The children love to hear Edward sing, but that's because they don't have the boss bit. Hold Y while driving the hovercraft to really pick up some steam. Okay, we are completely recovered, so the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to head out and see if we can gather some more stuff. It's me, the guy who is better than Monk B or C. I swear, there's a fight going on at Mount Hobbs every time I go up there lately. Yang's lucky he found Sheila. She seems to have everything anyone needs. No, nothing interesting in the bookstore. Headband and bandana boost strength and are great for your attackers. Karate and black belt buff your strength. Find them for your attackers. Okay, so... yeah, can't afford anything right now. Two fire claws aren't actually better than one. One is all the fire you need. I put on a Zeus and now I win all our sparring contests. Ooh, we got some pretty good summons. I cast Cure 1 on these monks. It's the most MP efficient way to heal outside combat. No, I would not like to change my name. Give Yang a good one with that pan. Sometimes it's better to focus than attack, especially if the enemy counters attacks. Bear will help physical defense, but it's only useful for us in longer battles. By this I mean the bear command, not a literal bear. Though I guess a bear would also help. I want a bear. Pfft, imagine, Mysidia ain't played nobody. Succubus. Dark Knights keep passing through and leaving their stuff here. Let's sleep in the king's bed. So yeah, one thing that I'm hoping to do tomorrow is buy cute stuff. Cat claws make you fast. I want a cat claw. Gotta go fast! Charm boosts agility, but has a lower hit rate than most claws. Yang's high HP makes him a good candidate to use HP-based items like Fireball. Wanna see me dance? Wah! Achoo! certainly try to defend the king. Will you help us defend the crystal? Alright, let's see what we're up against. We're up against weenies. Remember not to have Rosa use the bow and arrow. I think probably maybe I should switch her weapon. We owe you so much. Take this. Dark Knight who came to Fabul left this long ago. Received Hook. What? No, you can't have a ship. I'm not made of ships. The king was injured in the battle somehow. Okay, so she can't use a staff. That's a bummer. Okay, so we managed to make it through Fabul. So we can pick up... The hook is something that we can use to pick up the hovercraft and take it with us. To land in this place. And welcome to Silvera. Running away from battles takes a little longer when a party member is a Mini or Toad. If glitches are on, you might want to ask around to learn underflows for quick money and MP. Ooh, underflows. Nice. I brought him a pigtail, but he said he wanted a pink one. I heard there's some great tail collecting in the grotto east of here. Don't get lost in the 64 floor glitch, or you'll end up like me. My toad lady lost me. Help! Where's the Sylph Cave? Ooh, ninja star. Dancing daggers are great. Be sure to use them as items rather than just attacking. I was a mad ogre until I was turned into a mini with size. Apparently you can do that. Some weapons are two-handed, so you can't pick them up unless your hands are empty. Mostly these are hammers, axes, or the Avenger. Myself a couple of cabins just in case. Alright, so oops. Let's see, let's can work just as well as exit in some spots. Some places you can still work even if you can't exit. I get it. You think I'm a creeper. I'm just really hiding from my wife's chores. Hey, can you tell that guy in the bushes to go away? Thanks. We have the biggest town in the game and no heroes are from here. What a joke. Like the auto dash setting? Change it. Probably want to have levels in the high 40s before fighting Zeromus. Do you have a pass? Zeromus counters most black magic and items with Nuke. If you reflect spells onto Zeromus, he won't counter your spells. Zeromus too fast, you probably need a better anchor. What's an anchor? Ask the moon crystals. Burst is the easiest way to deal with Zeromus, just keep your HP up. Big bangs can be rough. Only top-tier equipment like crystal or adamant make a difference. The folks upstairs know more about how to nerf big bangs to reduce their damage. So basically, this is the place where you can go to battle Zeromus automatically if you have the... Welcome to the We Killed Zeromus! Everybody has a good story for you here. So if you have the pass, you can go to automatically defeat Zeromus. You don't have to go to the moon and all that. I already told you. I don't have any key items for you. Yeesh! Have you seen my husband? Wearing metal will paralyze you in the cave Magnus to the northwest of here. I rent out the basement to chocobo lovers to finance my love of apples. An apple a day keeps the grinding away. An apple a second is just ridiculous. Yay! Chocobos! Toroyan Gazette. All the black chocobo moves that's fit to print. Someday there will be many mini-games for all these chocobos to play. The grown-up chocobos live in a forest to the north. Finding a black chocobo is the only way to reach Cave Magnus. And yes, I do know I'm saying it wrong. When I was a kid, I just said chocobo. Kook, kook. Yellow chocobos can run through rivers, if only that were ever necessary. Okay, now I'm going to head to the Castle Toroya and loot them. Some of the best music in the game right here. You'll need the Earth Crystal if you want to free the hostage held in Zot. If you're looking for the Tower of Zot, talk to the green guy in the cleric's room. The bosses in Zot are a step up from most of the overworld. Hope you're well armed. If you bring us back the Earth Crystal, perhaps we'll show you our treasure. How did our Earth Crystal get lost? I blame that prince, never trusting damn Cian. Prince Edward has been eyeing the cutlery very closely. It's disturbing. Most beautiful city, most beautiful castle, most beautiful theme. Toroya has it all. A prince washed up on the shore. Doctors say his condition is stable, but crappy. That Prince Edward is a keeper. Sure, he sucks now, but wait until level 70. Porum, take this. It may help. Ooh, darkness. Something in here is wet, but I'm afraid to ask about it. He is surprisingly good at social distancing. We have 3 patients with lacerations. It's got algae all over it. Whatever he plays next won't sound right. And there's a reason for that. Because, what happens is, well, I won't do anything. I won't say anything. Hopefully we'll be able to get to it tonight. Hey, you don't see anyone trying to invade Toroya, do you? We're great at this. We look like dancers because we all use Dancing Dagger. Need to grind early? Sirens on Mount Hordeals' summit will bring you low HP, high EXP Liliths. The bushes at the end of the river in town hide some extra treasure. And free enterprise buffering is most useful in the most dangerous fights. Sometimes run buffering will only work in really tight agility windows. Ogopogo hates buffers. This used to be a dungeon, but we keep our treasures here now. Have you found the Earth Crystal yet? That's a lie! Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to offload some of this equipment. Okay, so we managed to make it to Troya. We can actually go to the moon now, which I would probably not want to do. Here is Agart. Welcome to Agart. Our last natural disaster occurred 1 day ago. Other weapons cast spells out of the item menu too. Check out Stardust. Big girls do cry sometimes. Helps ninjas steal things. Boreas is better than Nodus. Noticing does less damage than boring. My name's Rod. Have you seen my brother? Illusion is just as good as Blink. Always worth picking up a few if you see it. Gets a proper name, but Sheila is just Yang's wife? What a world. Alien Autopsy, How One Mop Changed Science Forever. This book is entirely pictures of the moon with the after years overlaid. This is the Astro Tower, home of the world's only telescope, located right next to the world's most unstable mountains. Cluya and you, the Deus Ex Machina Final Fantasy IV needs for plot explanations. Hi, I'm Corey. This is my story. I live here in the observatory. Sometimes I wish there was a lavatory, but mostly I'm just hunky-dory. Let me go back and see. It doesn't do... Like, I had already seen the Simpsons reference, but I was hoping that he was gonna say, here are some words that rhyme with Corey. There's Mysidia. And there's Mount Olympus. jeez. Edward gained 8 levels. Cool. He's all like, screw this amount. Edward gained 3 levels. Cool, cool. Alright, so we got ourselves healed because there is a boss battle happening. Dang. very interesting boss battle. Of course, it was Yang, so nothing really happened. Except the other boss battle! So that was 2 boss battles. Gerba. Alright, we got the magma key, so now we can go underground. Alright, so we have unlocked the paladin for Cecil whenever we run into him. All Cecils became paladins wherever they are. Altella's recalled the spells they have forgotten. And learned Meteo. Alright, so let me turn off encounters. And we'll make our way out of here. there's Fabu. There's the magnet cave. I know where we can go now. We'll just do a quick save. And I'm going to turn on encounters. We're going to loot Eblon. I'm going to head out of here and offload some of these items first before I go looting the palace. Do that here. Could do. Let's see if I can do the boss battle that I ended up having to skip. Do that first and look the place later. Well, that was, well, anticlimactic. Okay, so now that we've moved around a bit of the equipment, let's see. Well, let's go back out and look the cave. Alright, so it looks like, okay, it's 10:02, so I think what I'm going to do is I am going to end things off for the evening. Alright, so, next time it'll probably be Friday night. I will be returning to this, and we will find out where our next quest lies. So, until then, this has been Jewelry Jelly with Catherine and George Washing Machine. And until we meet again, may all of your tea times be perfect. Have a good night. Oh, I forgot. Who are we gonna raid? Let's see. Raid. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna raid Capsule J. Capsule J is playing Nina the Hollower. Alright, everybody, thank you very much for joining me, and I will talk to you on Friday. So, until then, have a good night.
I don't know how interesting this would be. I think it's actually a little bit of write yourself green or something. Get a schematic. But I had to run the cable a pretty long way. It's an 100-foot cable, and I didn't need all 100 feet, but I didn't even know most of it. Jewelry Jelly, thanks so much for the raid.